Hey guys, Joe DeMarco from the Crazy New York Driver Show for Friday, November the 20th, 2015. Welcome to another eBay video where we will discuss a lot of current topics that have affected many of us this week and in general. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Joe DeMarco. I've been on eBay since 1999. I'm a top-rated seller with 100% feedback, and my feedback is currently 9,872. As you can see, it is yet another cloudy day. Heavy rain's going to come this afternoon, so I want to kick this thing out as quick as I can so I don't get wet, just like last week. This is the third cloudy, rainy day in a row, and we don't really have any break expected till next Monday when we'll see some sun. Luckily, the Sunday that just passed was a nice sunny day, and I used that day to do leaves. I spent the entire day Sunday doing leaves. Take a look. The leaf blower is pictured in the foreground, as you can see, and in the background behind it is the lawnmower. So basically what I did is I went around the property one complete time with the leaf blower, and that took, I'm telling you, that took a long time. Then I went back over everything with the lawnmower, so I was picking up the leftover leaves, mulching them, and also cutting the lawn because we've had so much rain lately. I'm telling you, it's just unbelievable, and the lawn is still growing in mid-November. And there you can see what it looked like on Sunday, the finished product with all my leaves pushed out for the DPW to come and take. A job well done, if I do say so myself. The reason I inserted that little clip, guys, is because after last week's video, last Friday night, I got a ton of email from you guys requesting that I put you into Facebook groups. And that's fine, but always keep in mind, guys, I cannot do anything for you on the weekends. So if you emailed me on Friday night, you're probably wondering why I didn't get back to you till Monday night. And that's the way it will always be. I take a break from YouTube on the weekends to do outdoor activities, much needed outdoor activities. So that's the reason why it takes me several days to respond to you over the weekend. As far as the Facebook groups are concerned, I'm happy to report that most of you guys who requested to be added have already been placed. The only ones who have not been placed are the ones that have not completed the security checks that I requested. But as far as everybody else, you're in. And I hope you find the groups useful. Today we're going to talk more about sales, or lack thereof, another big eBay glitch. We're also going to talk about an eBay scammer representing himself as an FBI agent. That'll be later in the video. We're also going to talk about a link that somebody sent me to an eBay auction that I find a little concerning, and I want to share that with you. Also, that'll be later in the video. So let's get started. First of all, how were your sales since last week, since we last talked? Mine have been slower than usual, and one of the reasons is because eBay was down again Friday night. So right after you guys watched my video last Friday night, eBay was down till early Saturday morning. A good chunk of time. So needless to say, sales, of course, were non-existent during that period for most of you guys. I'll tell you what my sales were. For the weekend, I made 7 sales, which is below normal for me. But at least 7 is better than nothing. Monday I did 3. Tuesday I did 5. Then, bang! Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, dead. I'm wondering if it's some kind of a glitch going around, or if it's just a freaky occurrence. I don't know what today is going to bring. I hope it's going to be better than the last 2 days. I'd like to know from you guys, basically, how have your sales been since last week? As I said, eBay was down Friday, and I think that's That's part of the reason, but that doesn't account for what happened Wednesday and Thursday. Not at all. People on eBay basically, I think, are going to stay on eBay, whether they're buyers or sellers. Nobody's leaving, nobody's going anywhere. Yes, people are getting a little bit upset with some of the glitches, and I don't blame them, because I am too. But we want eBay to work, and we will do what it takes to make it work. That's why I'm out here every week discussing current events with you guys and that kind of thing. I do appreciate all the links you guys send me with eBay stories and this and that, and I find them very helpful. I don't always have time to get back to every one of you, but I do try, so don't get insulted if it does take me a few minutes to get back to you. On Wednesday night, somebody sent me a link to an eBay listing that I found concerning. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a cutaway. We're going to look at the listing together, and then I'll come back and we'll do a discussion. So let's get to it. Okay guys, I would like to show you this particular listing that somebody sent me on eBay, and I'd like to discuss it with you in detail. You will notice that I have actually purposely not shown the seller's user ID only because he is not the only seller doing this. If he was the only one, I would say, well, then maybe there's something special about this. But there are more than one people doing this, and I'd like you to take a look at this listing, and I'd like you just to get an idea of what I'm talking about. Now you can clearly see the person here is selling a $100 bill for $124.95. Now, it is not a collector's $100 bill. It's your garden variety $100 bill that you're carrying around in your wallet right now. Why anybody would want to spend $25 more than face value is beyond me, but that in itself I do not think violates eBay policy. But let us scroll down and let us read the terms. This is where it gets a little sticky. The auction is for one authentic $100 bill. The picture is representative of a similar bill you will receive. Note, serial numbers will not be the same as the picture, does not reflect the bill being shipped, but you will get one bill 100% real. Now, here's where it starts to get interesting. This is the perfect way to redeem eBay bucks for cash. Take advantage of PayPal credit with cash. Take cash from your credit card and keep it for protection when credit cards don't work. Get miles, points, or other advantages. This cash is 100% authentic and will be spendable, gift-giving, and usable. I ship authentic banknotes, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Also, read his codicil at the bottom. Due to recent incidents, I have been forced to implement measures to protect myself. If you do not have a sufficient transaction count feedback score, I will have to cancel the sale. Please contact me if you wish to confirm your eligibility. Thank you for understanding. Now guys, I posted this in one of the Facebook groups the other night to get their opinion, and believe it or not, they weighed in basically 50-50. Some people said they thought it was okay, they weren't quite sure. Some others suggested that it encouraged money laundering and was not actually germane to the eBay bucks for cash program in that particular clause. So guys, my question is, in your opinion, or from your knowledge with currency, can you tell me whether this violates eBay policy or not? And what concerns me more is he's not the only person doing it. There's one here, 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 each one selling it for more than the face value, which just is weird. Now guys, I'm not talking about selling rare coins or rare money, because that's a whole different story. That's collectible, and those items are worth more than face value, of course. I'm talking about a garden variety bill that you're carrying in your pocket right now. Again, notice I have not shown the guy's user ID, nor do I plan to. because there are other people doing it. But could you please tell me, do you think there is something wrong with this? Yes or no? In the comment section below. I look forward to hearing from you. And I thank you for your opinions once again. Okay, guys. I'd like your opinion on that listing. And here's the parts I want you to focus on. Number one, it is legal. It is within eBay rules to sell money on eBay. People do it all the time. They sell valuable coins, collector coins, old coins, and I guess currency as well. Usually it's older coins that are worth a lot more than their face value. I cannot fathom why anybody would sell a current bill, in this case it's a $100 bill, for $124.95, and why anybody would buy such a thing. Who would pay $25 more than face value for a common bill you all have in your wallet? Can somebody please explain how, in God's name, that would be a good buy? I posed that listing to some of the Facebook groups, well actually just one of them. And as I said, people weighed in 50-50. Some said it was okay. Some said they felt that the seller was encouraging money laundering and fraud by his verbiage. And one person stated they think that the seller has been stung in the past by the codicil in red that he added at the very end of the listing. So what do you guys think? All right, now keep in mind, for the naysayers, I went out of my way not to show the guy's user ID in case he is, in fact, violating eBay rules. All right? What concerns me is that he's not the only one doing it. There were ones under him that I showed you that were also doing it. Do you guys think that this is legal to do? And if you don't think it is, could you tell me why? Does it encourage fraud? Because I've had several people write in and say they did feel that it encouraged fraud, but I would like your opinion on that if you don't mind. I looked up on eBay, and it is legal to sell currency. But in this case, I'm not so sure with the verbiage regarding eBay bucks and that kind of stuff, whether or not that crosses the line. So again, I'd like to hear from you guys on that. Another link that was sent to me, which I'm going to drop in the description box below, it's very important. I want you guys to check it out. One of my subscribers sent to me, Kevin is his name. Thank you. Thank you, Kevin. It's a true story of an eBay scammer who represented himself as an FBI agent. Can you believe somebody would do such a thing? Apparently this person was scamming on eBay and he was being investigated, and then he stole the identity of an actual FBI agent and used it. Sounds kind of familiar. Where have I heard that story before? Or a similar story? Yeah. This is a serious thing. Stealing the ID of a federal agent, an FBI agent, that's a serious crime. It's a federal crime, and it's jail time. And I encourage every one of you to pursue such a thing. If any one of you know anybody like that impersonated an FBI agent, report it to the FBI. Help keep this country safe, especially in these troubled times with the troubles that are occurring globally. Now guys, tell me this. Have you personally encountered any eBay glitches since we spoke last week, other than eBay being down last Friday night? Have any of you encountered glitches? I know Al has. He's been sending me screenshots of various things. I've also seen quite a few people writing in on the Facebook groups, and actually in my comments too, saying that they tried to call eBay customer service and were put on hold for an unbelievable amount of time, or in some cases were not able to get through. Did that happen to any of you guys? And if so, do you want to talk about it? I have not had to call eBay CS, so It hasn't happened to me. But I'm just wondering if that's a widespread thing or if it's maybe just a regional temporary thing. So if you guys have any information on that, talk to me. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I am quite disappointed in the lack of sales this week. This is highly unusual for me to come out and say something like this, because usually I have no problem selling anything. But I am going to say I went 2 days with no sales. Highly unusual for me. I have read in the Facebook groups some guys have gone a week, 2 weeks without selling anything. That's almost beyond my realm of comprehension. If you're in a niche business like I am, you can usually count on steady sales throughout the year. That's one good thing about being in a niche business. However, as I've said in previous videos, one of the drawbacks is we don't get the boost at the holiday times that a lot of you guys do get who sell holiday related items, like for Christmas, for instance. I know a lot of you guys look forward to that holiday because you get a boost in your sales, and that's great. But, you know, it evens out in the end. My sales are steady basically all year, except for when these glitches pop up. So I'm wondering if any of you guys have experienced this, or is it just poor old Joey? Okay, I'm going to try and keep the video short this week because of the links that I've added. I want you guys to research, like with the $100 bill. I know it's going to take a little time, and I'd like your opinion on these topics below. Also, you guys who I inducted into some of the Facebook groups during the week, if you guys would like to post any comments you have regarding the groups, if you're happy with the way things look, if you have any concerns or comments, you know, any opinions at all, you're more than welcome to comment here. Again, to go back to the Facebook groups, there are several types you can join. If you want to join a public group, you don't need me. You can join them on your own. If you want to join the private groups, then yeah, I would have to get you in. There are several type private groups. There is one for beginners. If you're a beginner on eBay, you are not alone. Not at all. Somebody wrote in a few weeks ago saying they feel eBay doesn't help new sellers enough. And for those of you guys who feel that way, you are more than welcome to join the eBay Basics Facebook group. However, I want to know who you are. Feel free to write to me right there, crazynydriver@aol.com. Tell me your eBay store. I'll check it out. Then I will ask you to contact me one time, just one time on eBay from that store, so I know it's you. Then I'll add you on Facebook to a group that is going to suit your needs. If you have an eBay store, as I do, there's a group for eBay stores, etc., etc. If you need help with shipping, there's a group for shipping. It's a wealth of information and knowledge that's out there for you guys. The purpose of the groups is to help you sell on eBay. It's not to bash eBay. But if you do have a problem, like a glitch for instance, you're more than welcome to come in and state your case, and you can hopefully get it resolved. Guys, very important, one thing. I'm Crazy New York Driver and you're not. Thanks for watching. Your comments are welcome and encouraged below, so I know what to discuss in next week's video. Hopefully next week, maybe, just maybe, we'll have a sunny day, but somehow I don't think so. Hope sales pick up for everybody, and I will see you next week, right here, in this spot, on the Crazy New York Driver Show. Rock on.